All right, guys. Good morning. Paul here. Welcome aboard Southern Estate, where I currently live full time with my wife Beverly and my dog Daisy. Good to be back live today. Yesterday, you guys know anybody that follows the channel. Yesterday, we went to Gulf Shores, where we took our truck back to Gulf Shores. We've had our truck for 1 month here at Kingfisher Marina, and now we just took it back yesterday to Homeport Marina, where we started the loop. So once we get to Homeport, we'll actually have completed the loop. So that's exciting for us. It's very, very exciting. Going to be an emotional ride these last week here on Southern Estate here. Getting back to Homeport, it'd probably take us right now. I have planned at about 4 days. We'll see how see how it all goes and how it all plays out. I hope my sound's better. Can somebody give me a sound check and let me know that my sound's better today? Yesterday it wasn't last time, but I think it was just a loose mic cable. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about what me and Bev are doing to prep the boat in preparation to leave Kingfisher Marina here, and all the chores and everything that we've got to do. You guys know we've worked on the boat. Good morning, Paul. Hey, Tony. Outstanding today. Okay, thanks, Harold. I appreciate it. Anyway, today we are getting the boat prepped. We yesterday was a long day. I got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. No, it was about 3:45 in the morning, and then we drove down there, drove back. Everything was picture perfect, smooth. But it's hard on, especially as we get older. I notice it's not as easy as it was. Those long 12-hour days are not. They're not as easy as they once were. So anyway, um, that our next steps, we'll either leave Sunday morning, Monday morning. We're not particularly sure. We got some bad news yesterday. We lost our television yesterday. They cut the cable off here at the marina, so that means I got to go back to using internet for to watch TV. And we've already burned through all our internet this month, so I either got to buy more or we just leave the marina. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so because Bev loves it. She just loves it. She loves to watch TV. So and I have to support her if that's what she wants to do. I gotta help her. Anyway, so in the preparation for what we'll do, like today, I'll do a visual inspection. I'll make sure all my lights are working because we will be using our anchor light on this particular run. This is probably one of the rougher runs, in my opinion, of America's Great Loop. And the reason is because it's the most desolate. There's nothing here between Kingfisher Marina, which is a beautiful facility, and then down to Mobile Bay. There's really not a whole lot. It's about a 200-mile stretch, maybe just a little bit less, just a touch less than that. But we got to be prepared. So we got to have the groceries on here. We've already done all that. Bev's going to do laundry probably tomorrow, and then I'm going to do around. I'm going to go around, make sure all my anchor lights are working, my running lights are working. I will, I've already washed the entire boat. I think I did that yesterday, the day before we left to go to Gulfport or Homeport. Sorry. I washed the boat completely, just to make sure all the decks are clean, all the slime's off there. There's nothing I can trip or slip on. I will go around. I'll make sure the dinghy's all aired up in case we need that. And another big thing that I have to do is we're going to go back into what I call big water. It was, in the rivers here. It wasn't so bad because you just don't have to worry about the big waves. You can catch a wave off of a boat maybe, but you're not going to catch a wave off of from the wind and weather and current and stuff like that. Well, now we're going back into that, so everything has to be screwed down. So even in my little office, I have to screw down the monitors. So I'll just put one screw in each. I'll just drill a hole in them and screw those down because I don't want anything moving around. I don't need anything bouncing around in the cabin while we're underway. And especially when we get to Mobile Bay. TJ learned that one the hard way. Gemini Traveler. I don't know if you're watching this morning, TJ, but seeing your seeing your boat after you got into Mobile Bay, it's a whole different world. And so we got to be prepared for that as we get into what I call the big water. And that's just current, wind, and weather. Now, another thing that we're looking at very carefully, and you guys know this because the other day we talked about a couple of the weather services that we use. Now, that those are, we're checking those constantly by the hour. But it looks like we're going to have a good passage Tuesday, Wednesday. That's when our projective of hitting Mobile Bay is, and we just want to make sure there's no wind that day. And then I have to actually get back into checking current again. I haven't had to do that for a long time since you get on the Great Lakes. Pretty much once you leave the Hudson, but once you get to once you get to the Erie Canal there, you're done with current. I mean, not current. uh, I mean current, but I also mean um, tide. You don't There's no more tide. So but now we're going back into tidal pools, so I have to worry about that. I'll have to check that constantly because it's very important to check your tide, know what your tide's doing. Because if your wind's working against your tides, it just makes for rougher weather. So, and if anybody planning to do the loop, you're going to learn all this stuff as you go along here and how important all that stuff is because it's two-thirds of the loop is in tidal waters, and then about a third is outside of tidal waters. Like, yeah, I'm pretty close on that number. I know I am. Anyway, so it's going to be very exciting next week because we actually complete the loop. I tried to go live yesterday at Lulu's, but I don't have any internet service at Lulu's, and that's going to be a problem. I don't know exactly what I can do. I know that I can go over to the fuel dock. I know Captain Craig there and Forrest and Ken, they all support me. So maybe I can set something up and just go over to the fuel dock in the mornings at 7:30 like I normally do and just do my live broadcast from the fuel dock at Lulu's while we're there. Our plan right now is to get to Lulu's, or not Lulu's, Homeport Marina, and I got some like a few more refittings to do. I've got to fix the anchor chain, which is finding parts. We'd also, both of us, me and Bev, both would like to get a little part-time work and see if we can get some money built back up a little bit before we head on. So we may be there for a month, maybe 2 months. We're not exactly 100% sure. And I've also been called to a job in Vegas where but I just fly down there, do my job, and then come back to the boat. So that's probably the direction I'm going to go. So we'll see how long all that lasts and how much money that it's possible that I can make while I'm doing that. Because you guys know I want a new dinghy, and so I'm still working on that. And I would love to change the battery system in this boat. I don't know. I just can't get past, once you, once you go Light Pro 4s, you never go back. I know what they're capable of. I know how awesome the system was, and not that the system's bad or it's failed us or anything's gone wrong with it, but it would free up my to let me wire this boat the way I want to wire it, and probably get all my tax working again and stuff like that. But I don't know. I would have to make a lot of money to make something like that happen. But I did check the price of the Light Pro 4 batteries in the U.S. now, and they've uh, to get my battery that I bought even less than a year ago is 6.99 now here in the U.S. That's delivered. That's on Amazon delivered to us. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys, like in the preparation for getting the boat ready, I've done all my navigations. I've marked out. We did that the other day, and I pretty much finished that after I got done with um, our live broadcasts. I went through and just finished, put all my bridges in, all my locks in. I think there's one bridge we got to go in to ask to be open, and then I marked off. There's only two locks left, um, and then I just put Bobby's Fish Camp, Bashy, all the acreages that are possibilities that we could stop at. That's already all done. And then, like I said, today again, we'll just quick recap here before we end the video. Is I'm going to check all my running lights. I picked up oil. That was another concern to me. And the reason that was a concern to me is because finding the oil was one thing, and then paying for the oil, it was more money than it's normally been. Like Walmart didn't even stock it. So that's a little concerning because in these old Ford Lehmans here, I run a 1540 Rotella, and it was a little bit hard to find. I can't run the synthetic. You're not supposed to run synthetic oil in these engines. Now I had plenty of synthetic on the shelf, but they didn't have any of the regular, just 1540 Rotella. So I found it odd. And then when I did find it, I had to pay quite a bit more money for it than I usually am used to paying for it. Typically, I can pick it up at Walmart for $13 a gallon. Also, when I rent my car this week, uh, uh, a month ago when I rented the car to go pick the truck up, it was $41. This time it was $98. So it was right at it was I think with tax it was $102. So it's just concerning that like the economy is changing, things are changing, and they're not changing for the better. So I've got to keep all this stuff in factor and keep it all in check and keep going. My cryptos are doing really well, my stocks are doing really well, but you just never know. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? So anyway, Paul Bates, you guys have a wonderful day. I will not see you. I'm not going to go live for for this weekend and next week. We will not be live next week. I may do a live on Friday if we get to the marina on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday I can do a quick live video updating you guys on the trip and stuff like that. Also, watch for the pre-me videos. They'll be coming out after that every Monday at 5 p.m. I will be posting those for the trip, how many ever legs of the trip that I do. Those will be the preemies, and I appreciate you guys watching those. Also, on my other channel, I'll be working on product reviews and stuff like that, and then we'll get those posted and linked to this channel right here. Anyway, Paul Bates, peace out. Make sure you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. Have a great week at work next week, and I will see you guys. If not, I'll promise you it'll be that next Monday. I'll be live. I don't care where I have to do it from. If I have to go to a coffee shop and do it, that's where I'll do it. Anyway, peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day at work. Be good. And remember, live life with no regret.